Hello, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day. That's right, it's the day all about love. Mushy, gushy romance with kissing. Oh, wait, that's not what Valentine's Day is about. It's about love, not just like dating a person or about, bragging about, oh, I have a girl and nobody else does for Valentine's Day. Like, for goodness sakes, Valentine's Day is not about romance, it's about talking about the ones or things you love. In fact, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to be talking about friends and YouTubers and friends and, stuff that I love, especially trains and Six Flags and stuff like that because we all love those. Oh, and Silver Doll City. We all love Silver Doll City. And by we, I mean my workers, or not workers, my friends. Anyway, especially your family. Like, I love my family too. Like, especially with my mom and dad. She still goes out of her way to make sure I still have those classic Valentine's Day moments where we have like baskets. In this case, my mom made one out of candy, particularly Sour Patch Kids, Hearts and Sour Hearts, and Reese's Pieces, and Nerds Gummy Clusters, which just so happens to be my girlfriend's favorite candy. And she also put a boba straw in there filled with, that has it has a poster on it. Well, a card anyway. Anyway, now let's bring on some guests if we can get people to join. Anyway, we're going to let my friends join. Okay. One thing I also love is the Six Flags YouTubers I hang out with. I love them all. Like, I especially love Mr. Six Flags. I love Ides of March Adventures. I love Show Me Coasters. I love them all because they're all such kind and considerate people. They're all very considerate and helpful. They also bring a smile to my face whenever I'm at Six Flags. Like, even the Six Flags workers I love too. Like, especially the train crews. Like, any train enthusiasts I'm friends with, I love as well. Like, obviously, I love my pals at the WFMP. I love those who work at the Six Flags Railroad, the Tommy G. Robertson Railroad. No, wait, the Frisco Silver Dot Line, and also the Zoo Line engine workers, because I mean, they're kind of considerate too, even though I don't know many of them. They're still the kind, average railroaders that you love to chat with, especially if you love trains. Honestly, rail enthusiasts altogether are just great people. Like, they're really kind, considerate, like, especially the older folks, like, the kind that you meet at, like, sort of like Ed from Lionelville. In fact, at Cadence's Railway Yard, Lily describes Ed from Lionelville as the kind of person that you'd see at like a train meeting or train club or something, like the oldest member. There's a lot of older members out there that like to, show love and stuff. Anyway, I also obviously love my crew members, Wyatt and Chase, because I mean, love is not just for dating. Love is for your family. It's for your friends. Anyone could be. Oh, speaking of friends, here's one of them right now.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
So it
hello.
doesn't matter if you have a date or not. You can still show love on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And not just brag about your girl or whatever.
There we go. Hello.
I can hear you.
There we go. I couldn't hear you for a second. Valentine's Day isn't all about, oh, look, I've got a girl.
Yeah, and it's not about romance, and it's not about, dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
Although that's how I was, although that is kind of how I came to be. My mom and biological father were on a date for Valentine's Day. They're at a hotel. They were loving and dot dot dot.
Yeah.
Which I got the whole dot 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 thing from Mamma Mia, which is honestly one of my favorite movies to watch because of the music. In fact, I might watch that today. I know for a fact I'm probably going to be watching the Tom's Friends Valentine's Day special, Simpsons, PB&J Otter, Bluey. Although Bluey doesn't technically have a Valentine's Day episode, but they do have episodes about love. Like literally, there's a whole episode that revolves around a wedding. It's
For
called The
Thomas,
Sign.
question for Thomas: Are you referring to Rosie as Red?
Yeah, I know it's a Bubba era episode, but it's still a good
Honestly,
episode.
honestly, I didn't mind it. It was a little creative.
Yeah,
Rosie is red. Thomas is blue.
yeah. I also love how Bill and Ben were singing that whole, KISS song, which that was also featured in the Bluey episode,
Yeah.
The
And
Sign.
Diesel.
Yeah, Diesel's like K-I-O, kissing.
Oh my god, your Diesel voice.
Yeah,
You sound like Diesel in the CGI era.
that's sort of what I go for when I'm voicing Diesel. I try to go for the CGI Diesel. I'm full of surprises.
Oh, that's not a good hiding spot, Diesel. I can see you.
And
Disappearing
anyway,
Diesel.
for PB&J Otter, there's the episode Ducking Out for Valentine's Day where Flick Duck thought he didn't get any Valentines from Ootsy and Bootsy, but then he later finds out that he was wrong and he did have a Valentine after all. But yeah, there's also the episode Opal and the New Otter, which is about how Opal met Ernest Otter and how Jelly met Ricky Raccoon, who's one of the relatives, the Pinch and Scooch. For The Simpsons, there's I Love Lisa, which is about Ralph Wiggum falling in love with Lisa Simpson after she gives him a train Valentine.
Yep. I choose you.
Yeah. For Zootopia, I guess Dinner Rush could be a Valentine's Day special because at the end, Flash proposes to Priscilla. And before you ask, the reason why I had Judy and Nick on my Valentine's post is not because I think we should date. Even though people are still saying, Hop Sex Wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Bluey, I guess if you don't want to watch The Sign, if you want to watch a shorter episode, you could watch Double Babysitter, Work, that one episode that takes place during the 80s. Oh, Fairy Tale, that's what it's called. And because that was how Bandit met Chili. I guess the show could also work. But that's more of a Mother's Day episode, actually. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. I think I've covered almost every Valentine's Day special. I'm sure there's the other stuff that I'm into, like, Mark is not obviously Mark the Pig's a part of Angry Birds, and while there isn't really much love stories for the Angry Birds tunes. Well, there's probably a few, but I'm not into Angry Birds as much as I was back then. I haven't played Bad Piggies in a while, which I do have Field of Dreams on my current account. Honestly, I might get Bad Piggies for my computer if I can, if it's still available. Which Bad Piggies is when you make vehicles for the piggies, which is the whole reason why I went through an Angry Birds obsession because of that game, Bad Piggies. It's a shame they didn't make much references to Bad Piggies in the Angry Birds movie, or the god awful sequel that they created. Yeah, I say it's god awful because they featured the forbidden song of Drew Thomas, the song that shall not be heard or sung. Quite a bit of sad moments in cartoons. Chase, are you there? I think he's AFK. Oh well. Looks like it's by himself. So obviously, I think that's pretty much. Oh wait, Happy Tree Friends. There are some Valentine's Day specials for Happy Tree Friends. Like there's I Nub You, which is currently off of YouTube, but well, you can still find re-uploads and stuff. Which it's basically about Petunia and handy dating. I guess Carpal Tunnel of Love could be a love episode. Sucker for Love, that's also a love episode about Nutty falling in love with a lollipop and a gumball machine. It's weird. Oh, and then a box of chocolates. It's like my mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. And yes, I just did a Forrest Gump reference. Because, I mean, it is true, though. I didn't really get a box of chocolates, although my mom got a huge box of chocolates that she decided to share some of her chocolates with us. Because, I mean, there's a lot of chocolates in there. Like, some are filled with coconut, some are filled with peanut butter, some are filled with berry flavoring, some are caramel. Like, there's just those assorted chocolates. I like the chocolate ones, although I don't like the consistency of some of those chocolates. Just ugh. Anyway, I've talked about users and shows and stuff I love and to trains, but yeah. Oh hey, Chase is back. Never mind, he's not. Oh, he is. And now he's fucking with me.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So I was just telling
So,
people about, how my mom got a huge box of chocolates from one of her students.
yep.
Yeah, and it has those fancy assorted chocolates that are often flavored with stuff like, some have like strawberry flavor, some have like,
That's pretty neat. Normally, I don't want to get much candy anymore because I never really eat it in time.
I've eaten a few pieces of chocolate and some Starburst and some Skittles.
I'm not a sugar rush person.
I'm trying to get all the candies out of the makeshift box that my mom created out of the movie theater boxes for like. But yeah, she took two Sour Patch Kids boxes, a Reese's Pieces box, and a Nerds Gummy Cluster box, and made it into a makeshift Valentine's Day basket. I also got this Wiener Dog plush that it apparently looks like a hot dog.
Okay, now I'm back.
Anyway, I don't know what other Happy Tree Friend Love episodes there are. There are the Love Bites, which are the little shorts they created. And the Carpal Tunnel of Love could be music video, could be a Happy Tree Friends Valentine's Day special because the song's a love song. It's about cuddles and giggles trying to get together.
Okay.
Um,
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Um, there's other shows that I like that have Valentine's Day episodes. Like I like the SpongeBob one like a lot. The SpongeBob one is pretty funny.
Good old SpongeBob. It
Yep.
has its good and bad episodes.
Yep, which I've been talking about a lot of bad ones, like mostly the rotten eggs. Although I'm not like Mr. Enter, where I just shame the writers who are paid to do this shit. I do sometimes say, writers, what were you thinking? But I'm not like, writers, you need to die or something like that, like Mr. Enter
Yeah.
did. Which that was in his past, and he regrets it. I sound like Elmer Fudd now. I'm hunting for wabbits.
Yep. Basil.
I do like giving hugs too. Like that's like one thing I love doing. Like especially for characters at Six Flags, like
You
mostly Bugs
you
Bunny
you
and
are a
Daffy
hugger.
Duck. Yes, Hence why I have plushes, so I can just hug them whenever I feel like it. Heck,
Did
when
you
I
see
go
the Bluey
fishing.
plush I found in the
Yeah, I
Bluey
saw
chair?
that. Honestly, I might not. Honestly, if there's a bandit or chili, I'll take it. But well, if it's just Bluey and Bingo, not really. I already have plenty of big Blueys and Bingos. I have a Build-A-Bear
Bingo's
Bluey.
the smaller one, right?
Yeah, she's the
The
small red
brown.
one. Yeah, she's
Oh, I thought she was brown.
well, they classify her as a red healer, but she's more orange brownish.
Yeah,
Chili
orange
has a bit
brownish.
more.
That's more what I was referring.
Yeah, Chili has a bit more brown on her though, which Chili Healer's the mother. She looks like Bingo, except However,
So I just never really got into Bluey,
that's all right.
unfortunately. I just watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
I highly recommend watching the good ones like Sleepy Time, Baby Race. Although be warned, it might make you cry if you're very sensitive. Like especially when you look deep into the meanings behind the episodes. Like there's a whole lot of lore for Bluey. Like originally Chili had this unborn child, which has been referenced many times. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Basically, Chili had a myth and yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Bluey has all sorts of lore, and it's in fact, in, in fact, the last 3 episodes that are created are pretty much a trilogy, where they all revolve around the same premise of Bluey almost moving out from her house.
Why do TV shows do some weird stuff nowadays?
At least it's not Cocomelon.
Yeah. Why?
I'm also a little deeply saddened that we cannot kill the Loud House. Like, I genuinely thought the Loud House was going to be over, but nope. The show is still going to be airing, and it's uncancelable. Like, there's no way that we can get rid of it. Unless if, you know. Okay, because the writer confirmed that they're not canceling the Loud House, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Well, in all fairness, I guess they mostly did it as like a Fairly Odd Parents replacement because when that show ended, they were like, okay, now we need to make another show just as popular as SpongeBob. Because back then it was Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob were like the most popular. And the sitcoms, obviously. I haven't seen any Cocomelon train videos yet. I have seen a couple of AI Cocomel wheels on the bus stuff, and it just cracks me up. I've seen a lot of AI bus videos where it's just like a group where it's like you hear the kids chanting like Chuck E. Cheese or 6-7 or whatever. And then the bus driver's like, okay, I'm putting you all in detention. And it just cuts to a scene in a classroom where they're just at detention. I'm just,
Cocomelon is just weird.
yeah.
Also,
Cocomelon,
their I've been working on the railroad song is terrible.
I'll have to give it a watch. Although I don't want
Don't.
to,
Just don't.
just don't. Okay. I'll take your word for it. We don't want
It's,
Cocomelon in our lives.
you're like, I've been working on the blah. No.
The whole show
James
just feels fake and phony.
James
Like,
Coffey does it better.
yeah, like the whole the whole series just feels fake and phony. It's just like, you know, they don't have personality. It's just they sing, sing, sing. They don't have personality like JJ or whatever. Like all the
Moving
characters are
on
just
down the line. Sorry.
like the characters are just there and they're just singing. Like, where's the story? How are they going to make a Cocomel movie if they don't have, established lore characters? Like, what are they going to do? Just sing their ABCs through life or what? Like Barney, they made a movie and it was pretty good. And while at least they actually had a story, despite the fact that some of the songs were nursery rhymes, like "Old MacDonald," "Twinkle Twinkle," "If All the Raindrops," but still, They still had a good story. Cocomelon, what are they gonna do? Just make a huge compilation of the songs? That's not gonna go well in theaters, sister.
Nope.
Like, and throughout the whole movie, are they just gonna have like the sing along lyrics at the bottom for every time they're talking? Like, how the
It's called Sing Along.
yeah. Like, I see the Bluey movie becoming more successful than the Cocomelon movie because Bluey actually has fun.
Cocomelon's getting a movie?
Yes, Cocomelon is getting a movie, and I am pissed off about it because Cocomelon does not deserve a movie because it is absolute rubbish. Like,
Well, we already know how Ryan's World failed. So will Cocomelon fail?
I have a feeling this is going to destroy Cocomelon. So go ahead, Cocomelon, release it into theaters. This is basically you just digging your own grave.
Who's gonna watch it?
I don't know.
Not me.
I just love how
I haven't even seen the Ryan's World movie.
yeah. Honestly, this is why Bluey is way better though, and I highly recommend that more than Cocomelon. Because
You
at
can
least Bluey,
recommend anything but Cocomelon. Bluey, Thomas and Friends,
PBJ Otter,
yeah, PBJ Otter. Probably not The Simpsons as far as child stuff,
yeah,
but
Blue's Clues I recommend too. Because I mean, it's Blue's Clues.
yeah, Blue's Clues.
Yeah, it's like one of the only interactive shows I actually love. Like every other one I like or hate. Like I'm neutral to
Mail
Dora.
time, mail time, mail time, mail
The
time.
mail's here. Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. Mail.
Mail.
You made me do this. I couldn't resist as soon as you brought it
Sorry.
up.
No,
It's all
I
right.
wanted you to do that.
Which granted.
When it comes, I want to wail mail.
Some other kid shows I loved were obviously like PBJ Otter. I did like Bear in the Big Blue House. That was a good show. Like that was interactive, but Bear didn't ask, where's this or
Hey, Drew,
where's
I have a
that?
question.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the DVD that was called like Hit Favorites, where it had like Bob the Builder, Thomas and Friends, Barney, and Fireman Sam all on one disc?
Well, that's how I got into my fear of Lionsgate because of the Hit Favorites DVD, that being Halloween Spooktacular, which had included an episode of Barney, Fireman Sam, um,
Thomas and
Angelina
Friends?
Ballerina. It had Thomas the Tank Engine, obviously, Bob the Builder. However, for the bonus episodes, they had Kipper the dog and Fifi and the Flower Tots.
But mostly when I saw it, it was the core four, at least for me, were Thomas the Tank Engine, Barney the Dinosaur, Bob the Builder, and Fireman Sam. Those were the main four that I saw that were on that disc.
I've seen a couple of classic hit favorite ones on Netflix. Like there's like one that had the Rubber Dubbers, Barney, Kipper, Pingu.
Here come the rubber dubber, splish, splash,
Yes.
splash.
Ironically, it was the train episode where, Tub wants to be a train driver, except he wants to do everything. And while it teaches a good lesson of playing fair and how a team is very important when it comes to railroading.
Yes, it is.
Like that's why I have my driver and fireman or engineer and fireman.
Me,
Yes. And Wyatt.
engineer.
Yes. Wyatt is my fireman, you're my engineer, and I am the conductor. Because if I did everything, let's just say that would just be too much for me. Like I would have to run to the engine, shovel coal, and blow the whistle, and then run back to take tickets and sail aboard. That's why I need a team.
Honestly, the Rubber Dubbers wasn't bad. I watched it. It's not too bad.
I love the Rubber Dubbers. Like it was a pretty good show. I've seen a couple of episodes. Like,
Yeah.
I
believe it's by the same company that made Bob the Builder. Actually,
Yep.
I think it literally says that. It says made the people who brought you Bob the Builder.
Yep, that's basically Hot Animation and Hit Entertainment, the same companies. Which Hot Animation also did Bob the Builder, obviously.
By the way, did you know that?
Hit.
Speaking of Bob the Builder, did you know that in the Thomas world, there was actually going to be a Thomas spinoff called Jack and the Pack.
Yeah, I know that. And it was,
Yeah.
and then when Hit Entertainment bought Thomas, they're like, no, we already have a popular construction crew series, that being, Bob the
Bob the
Builder.
Builder.
And there
But
was
they
like,
did make 13 out of the episodes.
yeah, which is enough.
Yeah, 13 out of, was it 26? I think it was 26
Yeah,
episodes.
I have seen most of them. Like, I've
seen all of them.
Trusty Friends, On Site with Thomas. Obviously the soft pilots, that being Jack Jumps In and A Friend in Need.
Yeah. Have you seen Mud Glorious Mud?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, where Isabella runs through the mud. I always found that one kind of interesting. It's like, yuck.
Happy Valentine's Day, Sam. I liked the episode of Percy's Lucky Day, or A Happy Day for Percy, or whatever, where Nelson is carrying people around. He's like, I wish I could be carried.
Yeah.
It's also like one of the times we see Thomas without his wheel.
Yeah, we just see his chassis. He's like, I've crashed.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's slouched over without the wheel.
Yeah.
Or what about Patrick the cement truck?
I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day yet. I have seen the episode with Patrick, where he was just starting to brag, and then all of a sudden, the various members of the pack were wondering who did the best. And then Max and Monty raced before and crashed into the concrete. I love how the episode just ends with them saying Patrick was just showing off again.
Oh, what about the one where Ned accidentally knocks over that giant tower and Thomas says, "Bust my buffers, I'm loaded."
When my sister saw that, she cracked up. Like, she was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, when Thomas said, "I'm loaded"?
Yeah.
Wait, say the line in your Thomas voice.
Bust my buffers, I'm loaded.
Ned just wanted to help, and he helped too much, and then Oliver's just getting hit in the head with bricks.
Yeah. My Thomas voice is like a mix of Alec Baldwin, Eddie Glenn, Michael Brandon.
Sorry, said Ned cheerfully.
Yeah.
You should add a Ned to the series. Could I voice Ned?
I actually
Sorry.
have Ned. Honestly,
you actually have a Ned?
Yeah, I do. Whenever I do an episode with the pack, would you like to voice Ned?
Yes.
I want to do a Jack in the Pack-esque episode where it's
you
about
should.
The pack,
you should include the pack.
In fact, maybe I should also include Handy the beaver from Happy Tree Friends as part of the pack because, well, I mean, he's a construction beaver.
Do you do your Jack voice?
Hello, I'm Jack, the front loader. I load and unload.
Don't I sound like Alec Baldwin's Ned? Sorry, said Ned cheerfully.
Careful, bubble bucket.
Sorry. Later, Ned was here. I'll let you say that line.
Later, Ned was moving rocks, I think.
Under the bridge.
Later, Ned was moving rocks under the bridge. His
Euler had told him to lower his crane arm. I must be careful. I must be careful. I must be careful.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Awesome. You're seeing Zootopia too. Nice. Are you going to watch it on streaming, or is one of your theaters still playing it? Because my theater just had taken it out long ago. Like, I have seen it twice in theaters, though.
All right. That's enough, you two. That's from the modern Oliver when he was in CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Great Western Engine.
I know.
Although you do know that both of them were voiced by the same person.
Yeah, it's crazy how they also interacted with each other in the movie.
That was funny. It's like he's talking to himself.
Yeah. Yes, they're Khan.
Yes, they're Khan. He's talking to himself.
Yeah.
It's like they literally double recorded the same line twice. Well, because basically they did.
Nice. I saw it once with my girlfriend and once solo, which the solo time, which the time I saw with my girlfriend was when that, stupid child just had to start crying and nearly ruined the whole movie, especially during one of the scenes, which I'm not going to mention because some of my crew have not seen the movie yet. I mean, White could give a shit less, but
That was Utopia 2?
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen part of it, but not all of it.
All I can say is prepare for excitement.
You should definitely add the pack into at least one episode.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna
Wait,
do the
what's your
whole
Ned
pack
look like? Is it a take and play Ned or the Trackmaster Ned?
It's a take and play or take along.
Right, that's fine. It looks better. Do you have a track or the take and play Jack?
No, I have Wooden Railway. I have Wooden Railway, Jack, Alfie, Max,
Modern Jack?
Monty, Isabella. What? Yeah, Modern Jack.
Is it
No, wait,
Modern
it's
Jack with the square face or with the circular face?
it's a circular face.
Okay, that one's from the model series.
Yeah. The only time we see a CGI circular Jack face is obviously in season 12.
Yeah, and King of the Railway.
No, King of the Railway had square Jack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, circular Jack. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said CGI Jack.
Well, the other time we've seen CGI circular face Jack. That's probably what I meant to say. And now,
Wait, CGI
let's say
circular Jack?
the square. Oh wait, that's Toby.
What about Alfie?
I do have Alfie in Wooden Railway form, and I have Isabella. The only pack members I don't have are Oliver and Kelly.
Or Byron?
I have Byron in Wooden Railway form.
I had to take and play Byron, but I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
I
don't need help. Why Kelly the Crane?
What about Buster?
Oh, I don't have Buster either.
I do have a Buster, but I don't remember what company. I think it's the Trackmaster Buster. I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've gotten most of them. Yeah, Buster the Steamroller, who's much nicer than George.
About things we love, which yes, we are talking about the things we love, that being trains and Thomas. Which honestly, I just love collecting a bunch of Thomas stuff. Like that's probably the main reason why I don't collect model trains is because I mostly have my heart set on getting Thomas stuff because that's what I've had ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, you really wanted to come to the train show, and you probably would have scooped a ton of that Thomas stuff up.
I probably would have had like a whole
bulldozer,
a whole dump truck.
I'll take one large table of Thomas stuff to go.
That would just be too much money, though. I would still take a whole lot of Thomas stuff, though. Like, I am probably thinking about getting some Wooden Railway sets and stuff because the only amount of Wooden Railway track I have is the ones I got from Silver Dollar City because that's like the only Wooden Railway track that I have now.
I have tons of Wooden Railway track. Well, I said that weird. Track.
I'm honestly thinking about getting a whole table to put outside so I can, so if for any reason my nieces or nephew come to visit, they can use that to play with trains if they want to.
Remember when we did that at the Spike?
Yeah.
Imagine your girlfriend seeing you do that.
Yeah, and then we're just ramming into each other's trains going, sabotage!
Okay, that was you and Wyatt.
Yeah. And
I was trying to do the cannonball consist.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
I was just doing some average play time with Thomas, so I was just chugging him along, and I was like, "Oh hey, time to collect another car." And then while I was done with that load, I was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna see what White's doing." And then he was like, "Sabotage." I was like, "Not to collect more stuff." And he was like, "Sabotage."
Sabotage. Honestly, that was fun.
Yeah,
I don't think this time I'm going to bring any trains with me this time
mostly
because both the
because
lines are down now.
yeah, mostly also because of the whole, you know,
Well, kind of because of that, but morely because both the lines are down.
yeah.
So I'm just going to bring the stuff that I need to give to Brayden.
So like, there's no trains running.
Not on the HO layout, no. Or at least not on the DC HO layout. Technically,
Well,
I could bring my Jupiter because I do have it fitted with DCC, but not DCC and sound.
I guess some trains are better than no trains.
Yeah.
I am wanting to eventually do a day in St. Louis where I do both Bluey's Big Play because I heard that's coming back. I'm going to see Bluey's Big Play, which is one of the only kids show live show that I've seen in person. Like I've never seen a Thomas or VeggieTales live show, but well, you see, when I saw the VeggieTales live shows though, I've always wanted to see one. Like they're pretty cool.
Because
Like the
you don't
first
know
live show
what the
was,
letter Q looks like.
oh my gosh. Um, I I did almost see Rafi in somewhere in Michigan or the Wiggles. No, I'm pretty sure it was Rafi, which obviously Rafi was that was pretty much my favorite children's artist. Like that was basically one of the best children's song artists in the entire world. Like he did a lot of good songs, like Down by the Bay, Baby Beluga. Like he's done a lot of good bangers from my childhood. Like I remember having this like little CD player. I would carry it on me, and I would just listen to some Rafi songs, like you know.
Hopefully, I find some more trains tomorrow.
But I kind of see why I didn't see live shows when I was a kid because I mean, sensory overload was just a huge issue for me. Like I got sensory overloaded at a few places. Like obviously, I got sensory overload at Chuck E. Cheese, which my biological father really helped with that. Not,
Not.
yeah. Thankfully, the last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese wasn't super bad. In, in fact, what made it better was seeing the music video for "Try Everything" playing, which is the song from Zootopia. It brought some sort of comfort because, however, that was before my Zootopia obsession really took flight, though.
Who took the McDonald's car? Sorry, someone's messing around in the game right now, and little one is gone, and the McDonald's car is gone.
Oh yeah, speaking of the Tom G. Robinson game, I was thinking for whenever Fright Fest starts for Six Flags, we should just have like a, you know, terror
Yeah.
ghost train like ride where, you know, we
Did
open
you
the
see
train
the?
like the
Yeah.
freak train where it plays the music from the freak train whenever the train arrives. And then when it arrives, that's when you board, and then we do like this whole freak train experience with like scare actors and stuff. We have like people dressed up as monsters and stuff, and then yeah, we could even have like a burning building bit inspired by the Terror Train show with Pigmen. Which I haven't seen much of Terror Train, but we could do some inspirational stuff.
Yep. Did you see that? I was tempted to make a St. Louis Zoo train game,
Oh yeah.
but I cannot because the models cannot be provided.
Well, I can always blackmail Mr. Atlantic. Not really.
Although I have found someone else that will build another CP Huntington, since he will not graciously provide.
So, thankfully, I collect a lot of St. Louis Zoo maps, so I can always give those to you, so you can have that for help. Or I could just send you the, you know, map PNG or not PNG, the image of the map, which you know, you have to definitely cover the three tunnels, that being waterfall, painting,
Yep.
and you know,
Yeah. Well, unless I
water
could
tunnel.
get started on it right now, but I really can't without without actually having the trains.
Yeah, the crossings. Are you gonna are you just gonna have the signals? Or are you gonna try to make the wishbones? Or are you going to just have PVC pipe with box?
They're going to have the actual signals. I'm not sure about gates yet.
I feel like for the Insectorium crossing, you should have the wishbone gate. Same for the River's Edge crossing. Or back then, the River's Edge crossings actually had the
Well,
wishbone gates before they made the switch to those gates that are currently crappy nowadays because the bells don't even work now. Sometimes they work, sometimes they're just on strike.
yep.
And
Well,
you
once
definitely
again,
have
I
to pay
can't
the
do
admission.
much without the actual train models being present.
Yeah,
Don't worry. I've had multiple people ask him, and he just says no. So if you want to ask him for yourself, go right ahead. And now he just ignores me.
are you gonna have the stoplight signals and fire truck signals? Or are you just gonna, you know,
Like I said, I'm not sure yet.
yeah,
I don't even know if the game will not be created until I get models for the trains themselves.
yeah. It's been a while since I've been to the St. Louis Zoo. I want to go back.
Because how am I supposed to create a game when I don't even have the trains that go into the game?
Yeah,
But no offense to Mr. Atlantic, I may understand why he's not pro- providing that the game cannot exist without CP Huntington's.
yeah.
It just doesn't work like that.
I
Yeah.
remember back in February of 2017 when my Nana surprised me with a trip to the zoo. Well, all of us. We thought we were just going to go to Sam's Club to get some stuff, but nope. She decided to go. She decided to do a complete 180 because we were heading that way, and I was like, "No, we're not going. We're probably just taking this way just to go to Sam's Club." But then when we got closer, I was like, "Are we going to the zoo?" And mom was the first like, "No, yes, yes, we are." I'm like, "Yay!" That was like one of the best surprises. Like that's like a Disneyland surprise to me.
We have a new person in the game.
Sadly, my closest, sadly back then, before I went to Six Flags again, the closest I've gotten was just passing by it whenever we would travel down the interstate to St. Louis. I would just look at how much fun it is and just wish I was there.
Yeah.
Thankfully, me and Mr. Six Flags can still bring the magic of Six Flags to the karaoke bar, Murphy's on
I
21.
I do want to go back to the zoo, but I really want to go back to the transportation museum.
I do too. In fact, I'm going. In fact, because my dad wants to see the big boy up close and personal, like not just the like not just 4014, but well, he wants to also see the one at the Museum of Transportation.
Yep. And the gigantic snowplow that they have.
That's a good question. Let's see. I have Judy and Nick from Zootopia, and I'm gonna eventually have the other characters like Chief Bogo, Clawhauser, the Ottertons. I would have Lionhearts, but he's not the mayor anymore, so which I have two Lionhearts, which I don't know what I'm going to do with them because he's still incarcerated in the first Zootopia. Um, as for other characters, though, I have PB&J Otter and the other Lake Hoo-Ha citizens from the series by Jim Jenkins, PB&J Otter. I also have the Simpsons family. Um, I think that's it. Oh wait, Tex the Robot, because he mostly appears before Disney Pixar films. However, he does appear before Star Wars: The Clone Wars, his Mukan trailer, which Chase definitely knows.
Moo,
Who
moo,
doesn't though? I mean, it's like one of the most iconic Teach
moo.
trailers. Like
I,
Mukan is like the most iconic of the Tex trailers.
I remember it from Monsters Incorporated.
That's where everyone remembers it. Like it appears on the VHS and the DVD. Sadly, not the television airings because instead they show Teach X Broadway after the blue modified screen. That scared me when I was a kid. I know I was afraid of weird stuff. Yeah, you know I'm talking about those modified screens that says the following film has been modified from its original version has been formatted to fit this screen. Disney's
Yeah.
version, yeah, however, Disney's version was just a bright blue color with the text in a huge font. The green modified screen's font was smaller and thankfully didn't follow much frightening stuff. Although, for those who are afraid of THX, the logo will immediately follow after.
Yeah.
Because
You didn't
sometimes,
like Lionsgate.
I know, it was weird how I was afraid of that, but it just bothered me for some reason.
I really do want to use my Signal models because I finally modified them to look accurate.
Oh, cool.
So they have the square light holders instead of circular ones.
Square light holders.
The bar, the bar that's in between the two lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's square instead of circular. I didn't notice that the first time.
Well, actually, they're more square for the Storyland crossings, though. The Storyland
Yeah,
crossings have more square ones. What's the
yeah.
other ones have
The St. Louis Zoo and the Transportation Museum ones are square.
Huh.
Mostly, they're mostly square.
Oh yeah. It's it's square with like a little dip in between.
And I finally figured out how to make the signs look flat. The like the railroad crossing,
Yeah.
how they look.
Happy
They look
Valentine's and
Happy Valentine's.
Chase, I got the boxcar.
Nice.
Oh cool, Daniel Boone.
How's it going at the Spike? By the way, Wyatt.
Oh right at the spike. That's probably why he hasn't joined.
Yeah, I wish I could use these CP Huntington models in this game. That'd be nice. I don't know what he thinks I'm going to do with them. I just want to repaint them and make the St. Louis Zoo
Yeah. Which
and the hilarious fire truck crossing.
yeah. Are you gonna do all 7 locomotives? And no wait, it's 6 locomotives, 7 trains.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it, by the way.
Think about what?
6, 7, all that shit like that.
Wait, how many? Wait, how many are
Six
there?
Flags St. Louis will reopen on April 25th, 2026. I'm not really like into fire alarms. I'm more into like crossing signals.
No, it's 7 locomotives.
All I could say is no.
Yeah. There's 2 blue engines. There's Lewis Clark and Daniel Boone. There's Ulysses S. Grant. Then there's Charlton Taney. Then there's Mary Meacham. That's 7.
Yeah, 7 locomotives, 6 trains.
Oh, okay. You said 6 locomotive, 7 trains.
Or maybe okay, let's see. There's the spare engine, which is usually Emerson or Daniel Boone sometimes. Or
Fire alarms aren't bad, but I prefer railroad crossings.
yeah. Let's see. There's Charlton Tandy, Ulysses S. Grant, Mary Meacham, uh, Pierre Laclede, Lewis Clark, um, Mary Meacham. Did I say Mary Meacham already?
There's
Oh yeah, there's
Emberson.
6 trains, 7 engines. Yeah, 6 trains,
Emberson.
7 engines.
hold on. Emerson, Pierre Laclede, Daniel Boone, Lewis Clark, Ulysses S. Grant, Charlton Tanney, and Mary Meacham.
Yep.
I think.
Seven engines and 6 trains. I agree.
I'll definitely put the fire truck crossing.
All right. So looks like
All
we're
right.
just gonna have
I
to go
was
empty-handed.
I was just gonna bring stuff to give to Brayden. That's it.
I'm just gonna go in empty-handed. Bring only my phone, my wallet, and although I'm probably not gonna do much there. Like I might just, hopefully they can
Hang
get
out.
everything running before the weekend we go.
I could hopefully help things not derail. I was put on derailer duty last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
Honestly,
working with
do,
arrangements.
do you think a St. Louis Zoo game would be successful?
Yeah. It's America's #1 zoo, although the only St. Louis stuff we have for Roblox is just like city recreations, which don't even cover our the famous part of St. Louis, that being the zoo. Honestly, Forest Park needs more attention and love because Forest Park is where all the fun stuff is. Like it has the St. Louis Science Center, the Muni Theater, which is an outdoor theater, which it's pretty cool. I see the Little Mermaid there. Um, and it's like a actual theater where they put on musicals and plays and stuff. They have this like rotating platform. It's pretty cool.
St. Louis Zoo does not exist on Roblox currently.
Yeah. Um, Also, Forest Park has the art museum. Have a nice park. I think that's it. I'm not sure what else Forest Park has. Oh yeah, it was the site of the 1904 World's Fair, which is what pretty much put St. Louis on the map.
I rode Mary Meacham, and I got to see her backing up and going very slow.
I got to see her back up once, and she made this like beeping sound when she backed up.
I got to see
And,
her in the rain too.
yeah. Obviously, my first ride, she went pretty slow at at the part after the waterfall, and as people were just waiting at the crossing, I saw that dialogue of the characters complaining of her going slow. She's like, "You're gonna have to wait."
When I first rode behind her, she went so slow because okay, here's what happened. At around 11:30ish, no, like 11:40ish, the rain started getting like really bad and they had lightning within 10 miles. So as they started leaving the station triggering the railroad crossing, and then she just slams on the brakes because they got contacts saying yeah, we're shut down. We're temporarily closed for, or temporarily stalled for the moment because there's lightning in the area.
I mean, if
And
Mary got shocked by lightning, let's just say the whole train would be fried crispy.
and there was a mental breakdown of a child.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
He just cried and whined. He was like, "Let us stay and ride the train," and he started crying and just like throwing a fit on the ground and smacking the fence. And eventually, they literally dragged him out of the station.
Huh.
I was like, "Holy crap!"
I don't blame the kid, but
He threw a tantrum. He threw a complete train tantrum.
I did throw tantrums when I was a kid whenever I was impatient. Like I threw a few tantrums at Six Flags, mostly at Colossus. St. Louis Zoo was mostly the carousel and the train. I was not a line person ever since I was a kid. Like even as an adult, I hate waiting in long lines. Like it just.
And yeah, I think we waited for like at least 30 minutes and then the train finally started up. and then it shut down again, but we were allowed to wait on the train. And then another 10 minutes passed by. And then finally we were able to depart, but only to River's Edge Station.
And then had to close down the train for the day.
Yeah, they closed down for the day. Because then right after we left, the rain got really bad.
Oh, yikes.
Right after we left.
Well, they do have
Yeah,
an inclement weather policy.
they're like, we're sorry, everybody. We are terminating here. Everybody has to deboard the train. We are now closed for the day.
I know that for after the zoo closes, they repeatedly tell people on the train that that the zoo is closed and for them to start planning their exit. And I'm pretty sure when they get to like one of the stations, they let off all passengers or something like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the St. Louis Zoo train.
Or they probably just wait until a lot of passengers disembark, and then if there's any left over, they probably just tell them, "Get off, we're closed."
Get off, we're closed.
Yeah, I think they pretty much terminate at the Wild Station. That's probably where, like they probably wait 30 minutes after closing, and then they terminate after Wild.
Yeah. I like the fire truck siren crossing.
Same. Like as a kid, I found it very intriguing. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I love how my
The
mom
two
drops me off.
spinny lights.
Yeah, I love how my mom drops me off like right next to it. However, only one time I saw it go off whenever my mom passed by it on the car, but I never got to
Yeah,
see it like up
because
close.
you can never go. You can't go over that crossing because technically that's a service entrance crossing.
Yeah, which
Or
is
that it's
very
an employee only crossing.
Yeah, that and the stops. Yeah, that and the stoplight signal are employees only.
They put the coolest signals as employee only,
Yeah,
which is kind of stupid.
I'm hoping that they can bring back the other crossing signal at the quad signal
Yeah,
because
if
I
they
don't
keep
want.
that stupid dumbass gate there, that is just stupid. It looks
Yeah,
ugly.
yeah. Either they get rid of the other gate, which they better not, or they bring the actual crossing gate in.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered watching your video where one of them was a runaway train in the tunnel.
Wait, what?
Remember that one? That video you filmed at the St. Louis Zoo where one of them was like a runaway train in a tunnel?
Oh, you were talking about was it the Six Flags reference in the St. Louis Zoo, or was it the Show Me Trains episode?
Show Me Trains. It was Show Me
Oh, yeah.
Trains. And you're like, da, 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 and it plays the runaway theme in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. And it's like, calm down, buddy. Yeah. I haven't rode on Lewis and Clark AK-47 at the zoo in a while. I got to ride behind Daniel Boone when he had his drive wheel back installed.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I was there, he finally had his drive wheel and his connecting rods back installed.
Oh yeah. I did. Oh yeah. I think I did see him with his wheel and connecting rod back. Oh yeah, that was whenever I visited for Animals Glow, which was a nighttime event. Which I was originally thinking about doing an episode. I literally gave Chase lines, but yeah, I decided
Wait,
to cancel
what?
the episode because it was just too much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was too much storage space. But now that I actually have a computer, I might be able to make longer episodes again.
Yeah. Actually, should I make a St. Louis Zoo game or a Transportation Museum game?
Honestly, it's up to you. I'm more into like a St. Louis Zoo game though, because I mean, you could pretty much have any train museum for a while, you know.
What if I make it so it costs Robux to drive the other locomotives?
Yeah. I just hope that I'll still be able to drive it because, well, you know.
Why? What do you mean by what do you mean the right height for the engines? Yeah, honestly, if that I want to make one, but without the proper cooperation or someone to actually build the models, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah. Anyway, we have currently reached the 1 hour mark, so yeah. We talked about the things we've loved. Or the things we love. Because I mean, we still love trains, we still love everything that we talk about and stuff. Um I do love spending time with my friends at the railroads and stuff. Like, I still have yet to spend time with them at the Museum of Transportation or the St. Louis Zoo, though. But I'm sure we will eventually, hopefully. Although I feel like we would just mostly spend time around the trains. Although maybe we would do the carousel or see some animals. So I mean, we're not just going to, Oh, Chase has one more thing to say.
Valentine's Day is a day for everyone. Happy Valentine's Day!
Yes, happy Valentine's Day. It is a day about love, yes, but it's not about romance. Like, romance and love are like two different things. Romance is when you are wanting to spend your whole life with the person, whereas love, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm probably going to watch some Valentine's Day episodes of my favorite shows. Mostly of Thomas and Friends, The Simpsons, maybe Happy Tree Friends and PBJ Otter, and especially a Bluey episode because, yeah. But yeah, Thomas and The Simpsons are definitely must because there are some good Valentine's episodes of that. Because Thomas has Rosie's Bread, The Simpsons has, I Love Lisa, and the Ralph falling in love with Lisa episode. Anyway, that's all. Like, subscribe to Thomas, and hope you have a happy Valentine's Day and spend it with your loved ones. Remember that you are especially loved in God's eyes, especially. Anyway, this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night, and pickles suck.